Hi, everybody. I very much hoped that I wouldn't have to make this particular recording at this time, but we seem to be in a very difficult position at the moment in this country with regard to coronavirus, and in a very difficult position in our parishes, as we have currently the highest rate of cases in Northumberland at the moment. So we have been talking about how we might think about our Christmas services. So I'd like to outline, first of all, the reasoning behind the changes that I'm going to tell you about, and then tell you about the changes. Every Christmas we have a series of services. We usually have a service of 9 lessons and carols, which is usually very well attended. In recent years we've had a crib service, which is well attended as well, and on Christmas Day our church, St Peter's, is normally full too. One of the main challenges of Christmas services is that they tend to bring together people from, not just from the immediate vicinity, but people who have travelled from different parts of the country. They bring together extended family who've travelled from different parts of the country. And obviously the crib service, for example, brings together lots of different families and children who've been at different schools, with all the attendant risks of the spread of infection. And if we know one thing about this current strain of coronavirus, we do know that it's highly transmissible, even if we don't know how much serious disease it causes. In the light of that, and in the light of the advice that we've heard from scientists and indeed from the government themselves, that we should think seriously about what we do at Christmas, we have decided to change our service schedule slightly to enable us to have some kind of worship together, but also to ensure that we do so in as safe a way as possible. So I'm going to start with the carol service, which would take place on Thursday, the 23rd of December at 7:30. We still want to have a service of lessons and carols, but we'd invite you to wrap up warmly, to come along to St John's Garden on Meadowfield Road, and to enjoy an outdoor service of lessons and carols. It will be shorter than the normal carol service because I think it would be too long to be standing outside in the middle of December if we did the complete service. However, we will be recording a full version of the carol service, and that will be made available online. On Friday the 24th of December, we were supposed to have 2 crib services, one at 2 o'clock at St George's and one at 2 o'clock at St Peter's. We have decided to amalgamate both of those services. We feel it's important and a good thing to do to allow families to hear the Christmas story together and to offer something to the younger members of our church congregations, where they can actually actively participate and take part. So we've decided to amalgamate both those services and again hold one service at St John's on Meadowfield Road in the garden at 2 o'clock. It'll be an opportunity to hear the Christmas story with some carols and participation from the children and all the family. So I'd encourage you to come along and take part in that as well. And again, we will attempt to make something available online to those who can't come along on Friday the 24th at 2 o'clock. On Saturday the 25th, Christmas Day, and on Boxing Day, in the light of the current coronavirus situation, we have decided that we will move both those services online and they will take place on Zoom. After Christmas, there won't be a service on Wednesday the 29th of December. We'd normally have a Wednesday afternoon service, but that will not take place next week. And hopefully by the new year, we should have a very clear idea if there are going to be any restrictions, and also a clearer idea of the nature of the virus. I'm really, really sorry that we're having to do this, and especially at this late stage, but we're trying to match up keeping people as safe as possible while also offering all of us an opportunity of worshipping this Christmas. St John's will be open 24 hours a day. People are very welcome to come and light a candle on Christmas Day or to come and spend some time in church. So please do take advantage of that if you'd like to. And as I say, I'm really sorry that we're having to do this. What I've just said on this message will also be available on the website. It will be emailed to everybody who is on our mailing list. It will be on our Facebook pages, and it will be shared to Stocksfield Matters. So I'm hoping that as many people as possible will get this message and will know the changes that have been made. I'm really sorry that we're not going to see people at Christmas, and I would just like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy and a holy Christmas. I hope for most of us it is a better Christmas than last year, that we are able to meet with loved ones, although I know some people that will not be possible. We've heard cases of family members isolating, and it's too late for them now to travel for Christmas. But the Christmas story is really about, more than anything else, it's about God coming to us in the mess of our lives, into the stuff of ordinary everyday life. The Saviour who we celebrate at Christmas was not born into some lovely Christmas card picture. He was born into a very difficult political situation, into a situation of poverty and tremendous vulnerability. So maybe in the Christmas story, in that message of God coming to us in absolute poverty and vulnerability, we might find something that resonates with us as we grapple with our own vulnerability and the very difficult circumstances which many of us find ourselves in at this time. So please stay safe and have a happy and a holy Christmas. Thank you.